Good morning, everybody. It's Positive Tuesday today, July 23rd, 2024. For Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald, I'm Dryden Wire founder Ben Dryden, and you're watching The Big Show, Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business provides quality work both on the inside and on the outside of your home or business. Like Fitzy and I, they believe that it's the little things that make a big difference. Give them a call today, see what they can do for you. 715-520-2271. Actually, I saw Brian Daniels from Professional Exteriors at Circle K. It used to be Holiday, now it's Circle K in Spooner last week, or maybe this weekend. And he just got finished donating his time to the Legion, in Spooner, as a barber. They do other stuff too, of like new concrete and a whole bunch of stuff that they've done for them. And he was showing me all these pictures. Obviously, it cost them money for the materials, but he donated all of his time and all of his team's time. I mean, how awesome is that?
He's a giving guy. Huh? Dirk, there's my hero. We had all kinds of good weather at the fair because of Dirk, so we appreciate that.
Dirk, he's got like a connection. I'm not saying to whom. I'm just saying he's got a connection. He'll get it done. Good morning, Dirk, and good morning, Jennifer. So this morning I woke up and I just wasn't. I don't know. The show's going to be a little bit different if it's all right with you.
Okay.
I had a couple of. You didn't have any press releases, which is a record. 3 weeks in a row, no pressers. That's literally a record since we've started doing this. This is our 195th show. We've never gone 3 weeks without you sending out a presser. But I had a couple insider stories. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it this morning. I don't want to talk about crime in court. I don't know why. I just don't want to. I want to talk about whatever it is that we want to talk about. Any topic at all, and if anybody is watching that has a question or wants us to talk about a topic or get our thoughts on something, please put that in the comments. I just want this to be whatever you want to talk about show. What do you think?
I don't know that I have a say. We've already started, so.
Well, I do have the actual show flow, the original one that does go through all of it, but I don't know. Well, we always start with sports, and I do have, so here's... ESPN put out a top 100 athletes since 2000, so for the last 24 years. And I put together just the top 10 list. And this is what they've come up with, and I wonder what your thoughts. Obviously, Michael Phelps is just legit. And obviously, this comes into the fact that we're having Olympics starting this weekend. Can't wait for, I think, opening ceremonies on Friday. So there's
what? I think that's the order? Is that the order?
Yeah. So that's the order of... it's 100, and I just picked the top 10, and I put those on the list. So Michael Phelps, number 1. Derek, we won't talk about twisters. Michael Phelps, Olympic, he won like 23 gold medals, 28 total medals. I mean, the dude was just the most dominant Olympic athlete since 2000. Remember, it's since 2000. So do you have any problems with that being number 1, Michael Phelps?
Whoa. I just don't think I get from an athletic standpoint, maybe, but I still think there's other people. I mean, Michael Phelps should be on the list, but I don't know that he's the number 1 athlete. But
number 1.
I think, where people can make the biggest difference in the world. I don't know that Michael Phelps has made the big difference in, maybe in swimming. And I'm not saying he's not great. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm hearing.
I wouldn't want to race him. First, I'd have to know how to swim. No, I know how to swim.
And it really is only like 3 weeks out of 3 weeks out of every 4 years.
Right.
So that is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, impact of the world, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm super excited about the Olympics. I mean,
yeah, me too. Well, there's another Olympic athlete on there, Simone Biles, I believe, is number 7. But then Serena Williams. So I'm with you. Michael Phelps should be on the list, but Serena Williams, holy cow, she dominated that sport for. I mean, she's broken every record. She is. I have no problem with her being at number 2, none whatsoever. In fact, maybe she could be. Well, no, I will say number 2, no problem. I don't know anything about soccer because that's a stupid sport. So Lionel Messi, I mean,
he's I love when players can switch teams and be a superstar. That's the true definition of an athlete. Like, Lionel Messi played for this team, was a star, and then he was this team, he was a star. I mean, you go to different leagues like LeBron. I I mean, you can say what you want about LeBron, but he's been a superstar on every team he's been on. And so I just think that's a key factor.
So all of a sudden now, this is like contradictory to your previous opinions and views on college football, the transfer portal.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the transfer portal, but
wow. They can go to another team and be a superstar there instead of sitting on the bench at another team.
Well, it's not that he was sitting on a bench. I said the definition of an athlete, but
okay.
I still don't think we should have the transfer portal unless your coach leaves.
I agree. All right. So the next by the way, if anyone is just now tuning in, we decided not to talk about the normal things that we talk about, and we're just going to talk about whatever we want to, including whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. Amber, is that how you pronounce it? I said Lionel. It's Lionel.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I didn't know that. I don't care because it's soccer, but I do appreciate that. I like being, yeah. And then, oopsie, Amanda's thing's still on. There we go. LeBron James.
Yeah.
Any problem with that one on the top 10 list? We don't have to worry about the order, I guess, but
no.
Any problems with him on the top 10?
No, that one's a given. I see he's carrying the flag in the Olympics.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. That's quite the honor. I mean, obviously he's the most recognized athlete, I would guess, in the world. I don't know.
I would think so. Tom Brady. I know you're a big Tom Brady homer.
Yeah,
you're a fanboy.
Yeah, he's good. He's great.
He's good. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I don't. I get it. Roger Federer. So this is interesting. So that's 2 tennis players on the top 10 list, but actually number 11 and number 12 were also tennis players. It was Djokovic and it was the left-handed player, wins all the French Opens. Nuts, his name. Oh, shoot, I can't think of his name. Anyway, so that means that 4 of the top 12 were tennis players. Should we start watching tennis more? I mean, what is going on? 4 of the top 12 greatest athletes since 2000 are tennis players?
No.
No. So, just calling it. Oh, by the way, the first hockey player on the list was at 22. That was Sidney Crosby. So the first hockey player wasn't until 22. I don't really follow a lot of hockey. Do you say in the last since 2000? I know of Sidney Crosby. Was he that dominant? And if so, why wasn't he higher up in the list? The first hockey player is number 22.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that too. I mean, over 4 tennis players. I mean, like I'll give you some of them, but even Roger Federer. I mean, you got to keep remembering it's 2000.
Since 2000. No, I get it. And Roger Federer. Here's the thing about the 11 and 12 though. Those other 2 tennis players. Djokovic. He's broken just about all of Federer's record. It's just that nobody likes Djokovic. He's a jerk. He really should be up there higher. If you're going to put Federer up there, you got to put the other ones up there too.
If we're strictly talking about athletic ability, then you have to put him up there.
100%. Yes. Yeah. Simone Biles. It's an Olympic. Again, it's weird because again, it's only like 3 weeks every 4 years. I don't know. She is amazing, and I can't wait to watch her in the Olympics coming up starting this weekend. Tiger Woods, I'm really surprised. I thought he would be in the top 3.
Yeah,
since 2000. He started his career in like 1997 or something. I mean, that dude he completely changed golf. How is that person not in the top 3?
Right. Over some of those people. Yeah, where's baseball? There's a good one, Amber.
Great question. The first one on the list was number 24. That was Albert Pujols. But I think this is a recency bias, right? Where it's the first 10 years, or since 2000, 2010 or so, Albert Pujols was like the greatest baseball player. I mean, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, no questions asked. But then he went to the Angels, and he's been kind of subpar-ish since. But yeah, the hockey and baseball, as per usual for ESPN, don't get a lot of love. Hockey and baseball, they just don't get a lot of love. But yeah,
we're bringing hockey back.
We're bringing it. You bring hockey back, I'll bring baseball back. But no, do you think Tiger should be higher in this list? I know I just said we shouldn't worry about the order, but seriously, Tiger's got to be above a lot of these people.
Who made the biggest impact in their sport?
He made a bigger impact than Tom Brady. He just did.
Yeah, or Michael Phelps. I mean,
It's not like a whole bunch of people decided to start swimming.
Right. Yeah, but a lot of people have. Yeah. So.
All right, and then Usain Bolt, another Olympian, so 3 of the top 10. Again, I find it interesting that the ESPN comes out with all of this stuff right before the Olympics, and 3 of the top 9 are Olympians.
Yeah, not a runner. No, that's not the top. Usain Bolt is good, but I don't know. And the Olympics are exciting, and somebody mentioned Kenny's name. We got our local Rice Lake guy. Kenny's going to run in the Olympics. We're having some watch parties for him at the high school. So, I can watch hockey all day, every day. See?
Hey, Amanda.
There's somebody. Amanda's smart.
It's good seeing Amanda on.
Yeah.
Really is.
So,
we don't see her on. Maybe years from now, Kenny will be on that list. Maybe. He's not the person to watch for, right? Isn't there another...
Yeah, there's one guy that's a tenth of a second faster than him. But, I mean, if he can beat him, Noel's Lyle. Noel's...
Yeah.
Noel's or Noel's Lyle, whatever. No one even knows his name.
Yeah. So overall, to recap all of this, we're not a real big fan of having Olympic athletes on this top 10 list. Of the top 100, these are the top 10, according to ESPN. Not a big fan of having the Olympians. I think those should be reserved for like the 11 through 20, but not the top 10.
And,
And Tiger should be moved up.
Tiger should be moved up. I think LeBron, maybe even Kobe. Well, if you take them 3 and drop them down, then your list is a little bit better.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps isn't number 1. So,
according to ESPN.
Yeah, well, ESPN, that's why they're probably hurting financially. I don't know. No.
That little ESPN, whatever. Nobody watches anything about that. Yeah. All right. So, again, this is kind of like a Q&A show. We've spent a lot of time already just on some sports stuff because we can. But if you have any top... What?
The Olympics is fun because there's something on all day, every day.
I can't wait. This is like my favorite time every 2 years is the Olympics. I watch it it's on the TV, it's on my computer, it's on my other screen. I will have it on while I'm working. I will watch Olympics 24/7. If I'm awake, the Olympics is on. I don't care what it is. I'm watching it. I love the Olympics.
You never know when something good's going to happen.
I know.
Maybe. So we got gymnastics, we've got some swimming, we've got some running, we've got the USA basketball.
I think they call it track, buddy, not running.
It's called track.
What do you do for a career? I run.
I was a hurdler, I know.
A hurdler. No, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the Olympics. It starts, I think opening ceremony is Friday, isn't it?
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday?
Must be Friday.
Shasta says hockey is hands down the hardest sport to play. The speed, the size of the puck, and the mental skill, top of the sports. 100% disagree. I agree. You try to hit a baseball. You take a round ball in a round bat and try to hit it squarely. Michael Jordan couldn't even do it. Just saying. I would say golf is probably the toughest mentally. But hitting a baseball is probably the hardest thing to do in any sport.
No, because you got to play the puck and you're getting hit at the same time. Now, if I was checking you as a baseball player, you could not, you know.
No, I'd watch that sport.
So I think Shasta's got a good point. Friday's
right.
Ceremony. I see that. All right, thank you.
When is it?
So
Friday.
Night.
Oh, good. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that. All right. Well, you were just at the last week. You were live from the fair in your camper. So I want to get a recap of that. We'll do that in 15 seconds after word from Spooner Health.
Spooner Health, compassion is at the center of everything we do. It's rooted in who we are and why we're here. It unites us as providers, neighbors, and as a community. Learn more at spoonerhealth.com.
All right. So, hey, before I even ask you about the fair recap, Biden dropped out.
I
Surprised or not?
No, not surprised. I mean, I think they could, you got to be able to walk and talk to be the president.
Yeah. Do you think he should resign right now?
No, I think he can finish it out. I mean, I don't think it was somewhat the mental capacity, but I think it's just tough. I think the schedule, now that you can take a break and just sit in the White House and do your job is different than going out there. And so the stress level of that on your body, that's tough when you have to. If I have to sit here and do my job every day at this desk, that's great, but I can't because I got to go out there and do certain things, and the heat and the crowds and the shaking hands and it's a lot. I just did it for 5 days, and it's a lot on your body and your rest but it's what you need to do because I'm the elected official, and the fair is an important part of our community, and it's good to be out there and meet the people, and you got to do that. So
what you're saying is that he should be able to finish his term out and be fine. You have no concerns about that because now you don't spend half your time campaigning.
Correct.
You're not on the road. Now, as you're saying, now I can sit and just do my job.
Right. He doesn't have to leave his office.
I never thought about that.
So, I think he'll be fine. I mean, you can rest up and not have that stress of winning an election and fighting him and dodging bullets, and not literally, but
right.
The media hitting you with this, and your opponent hitting you with this, and you having to defend things. Just go run the country now and make it a better place for us all.
Kamala Harris raised like $100 million in 24 hours, which is a record. I think that's a little bit skewed because I believe there's a lot of the Democratic elites, the donors, were holding off their donations, waiting for Biden to make decisions. So it was like, okay, we sent you a check, but nobody's cashing it yet. All right, so I think that was a little skewed. However, that's a ton of money real fast. Do you think, last question about that, do you think she has a chance to win?
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, I think there's a chance to win. I mean, I just think there's so much division in this country, and if I can swing it into the fair, that's why the fair was so fun. There's no division at the fair. Everybody was out there, seeing kids helping other kids, sweep the barns, and help each other. I seen 4-H projects. I seen people just having fun with their family, not having this division of hate and whatever, and people just going to events and having fun and not having other cares in the world for 5 days. And I think that's what made the fair special to some people. It's just this wholesome family event.
Yeah.
There's no bad. There's just good, and there's food and fun and carnival games, and the amount of projects and people that were at the fair, it was tremendous crowds. So I think that's what people are tired of. And so I should have brought my cardboard cutout. Yeah. So
connect that AI bot. What are you talking about?
Well, there's a robot at the fair, and so
AI. I get it now.
Yeah. So anyway, so I think that's what. So I think she can win, of course, because I think people are tired of division. I think people are tired of the negativity. Now, it depends. I mean, we haven't seen her in action, so I think that's important. If I'm the vice president, I like to see her in action more. Maybe I don't pay much attention to it. Maybe she's been out there. So I can't say, but 100%. I mean, a woman, I think people are ready for that. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think there's some important things here and some history in the making. I think people love when history is being made. Yeah. We'll see that at the Olympics. I mean, I think people get behind that. Sometimes I wonder whoever the president is, if it affects you and me. Does it really affect if?
Yes and no. I mean, obviously not directly. Well, not usually.
Does it affect you and me? I mean, it does because of interest rates and gas tax and all this other stuff that goes in there. And I'm not sure the president controls all of that. But, I think you can. If you're the true president, and I think you can control certain things that maybe you can say, I don't have control over that, but I think you do. I think you're the president of the United States. You should be able to have control. Call these companies that run these gases and say, let's lower this for the economy or whatever. I don't know all of the ins and outs of it. I'm not going to be the president of the United States ever, so I haven't.
Well, they have the direct power, which is executive powers, and they really deal mostly in foreign policy. But they have a lot of indirect powers, and that is what you're just talking about. You have a very large microphone and a very large audience.
Correct.
What you say, people are listening to. The whole country, the whole world is listening to. So, yeah, there is a lot there. Kamala Harris, so she ran for president 4 years ago in 2020. She did terribly. She dropped out before even the Iowa primary, which nobody drops out before that. You got to at least see. So she did terrible, but apparently now everybody loves her. But no, I think it's going to count. She could absolutely win. It'll come down to if you're going to vote for Donald Trump, it's going to be because you don't want 4 more years of a Democrat in office. But if you vote for Kamala Harris, it's going to be because, we can't have Trump. So it's a little bit different on that. I don't think really either side loves their candidate. I really don't.
Right.
It's going to be
I
interesting.
think people are tired of the negativity and the meanness and these back and forth. And again, bring it back to the fair, which I just felt.
Yeah, let's talk about the fair. Let's get off this and let's go back to the fair.
No, but it's the love that people want. People are tired of negativity. So if she can come out or he comes out and runs a positive campaign for once,
wouldn't that be great?
Oh, I mean, people, you could swing votes in a second, again, because of the size of the microphone. And I think that's why people, and they come to the fair for different reasons, and that's not why people come to the fair, but that's why some of it is people enjoy the fair because it's just peace and quiet and wholesome fun. And I think that's what people are, they don't have to think about it. So,
yeah. Heather says, I just hate that all the people in this country, these are the best. I know, we've talked about that. Like, we got 310 million people, and this is the best we have? Really? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
Some days I'm thinking, man, I could be the president better than these two. I'm like, you just have to handle a microphone and talk to people nicely.
We do that every week.
Once in a while. Right.
I'll be your vice president because I don't have to do anything as a vice president. So.
Okay. Deal.
I love it.
Well, let's get our shirts. We have 100 days to do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, update our shirts. I'm wearing one of them today. The fair was great. Dirk was out there only one day. Still had a great time.
People can't park. I mean,
what?
That was the only problem we had. They can't park. People would triple park people in these parking lots.
Oh.
Like when you pull up and there's a building in front of you and you park behind a car, how do you think the car in front of you is going to get out?
Right.
There was a lot of triple parking.
So that's something that you can take away. They, I'm sure, have. You go to the fair every year. Was that the same last year and they didn't do anything about it? Or this year that was new? We've never seen that before.
No, I think it's always there. You just hope people make better decisions and they look forward when you park your car. And so, yeah, we had to redesign a parking lot for one of our businesses on the Thursday morning because Wednesday was a disaster for them. And we redesigned it and it worked better. But there were still a few spots here or there that people just pulled in and parked and didn't pay attention to the person in front of them. So it was, I mean, that's just, and we towed a couple of cars. We had to. These people had to get out. So,
sure, yeah.
So, yeah, the fair was awesome.
I saw some of the photos that you put on the Sheriff's Office Facebook page of you eating all the different things. What was your favorite? I think we talked about it last week. Like, what are your 10 favorite things about the fair? But this year, was there anything different than last year? Or is it the same, which is fine?
No, there was a new coffee shop out of Clear Lake that was there, Kate's Coffee Coop.
I think I saw that post. I think they shared it. I think that's where I saw it.
And they made us these, and I don't drink coffee, but they made these winter Italian soda drinks and with a little caffeine in them. And we must have had between, there's 5 days and there's 5 to 10 of us there at the fair because there are day shift and night shift stops. I mean, I think we had 30 of those drinks.
What?
Yeah, I mean, so it was, and they have good coffee. Everybody had, but yeah, I think she sold out on Sunday and had to close early because she was literally out of everything, including cups. I mean, Sunday was her biggest day. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was a long fair. Weather was perfect.
You can't really see it. Nuts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a photo of I've never heard of an Italian soda.
It's just a drink.
I'm Googling
it. But sparkle is in it. She's sparkle in it. So we had these fancy drinks we were drinking.
Yeah, it looks fancy.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. So they have a place in, didn't get a winner because the Italian soda was gone. So yeah, she was a good little business, and they're out of Clear Lake, and she's got some little carts that goes around. And she was at 2 fairs with her and her staff, and yeah, unbelievable.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Right. That was great coffee, and you said you don't drink coffee, but it was an Italian soda. So is it coffee or is it a soda? What is this?
Dirk's saying they have good coffee there too, and that's what he's saying. He's saying he had a coffee. That was some good coffee. We had the Italian soda.
Okay.
It's called
I'm
Winter
gonna have to go there. What's the name of that place?
It's Kate's Coffee Coop.
Coffee.
Anyway, that was new. We had the fish tacos, taco in the bag. We had the barbecue place it's called Flippin' Good. They had a mac and cheese with barbecue on it. They had some sandwiches that they make that are called, that had barbecue and mac and cheese and all kinds of stuff on them and different things. So, we ate very well. I went to the dentist and the doctor yesterday by chance. It was just checkups for both everything, and I'm like, that was a bad day to pick to go to the dentist and the
Yeah,
doctor.
right.
What'd you do for the last 5 days? Well, I ate 5 meals a day at the fair.
So do they check your blood pressure?
Oh yeah, that was. He said, "Did you have a lot of salt?" I'm like, "Did they have salt at the fair?" Because then I did. Not too bad though. Not too bad.
Without revealing too much, what did your doctor say? Were they concerned? Like, I mean, if they're asking you, have you eaten a lot of salt lately? That's usually a bad sign, right?
It's a little high, but I naturally have high blood pressure anyway, so
Okay.
no concerns. No,
Okay.
all good. Good checkup. Everything's good.
It sounds like the Kate's Coffee Coop. I'm assuming this is what Amber's referring to. Will be at the Polk Fair this week. Hey, Washburn County Fair this week is this week, right?
It is. I think. So. After the county fair.
Yeah.
So you going?
I don't know.
That's it. The Olympics are on. I can't.
Yeah, I know we talked last week. Fairs, there's still something about. I don't know. I want to go just for the food. I just want to try a whole bunch. Like I'll go for an hour and just hit all of the food stuff and try things I've never tried before.
Right.
She's in the process of a brick and mortar store. Oh, she doesn't have, so I can't stop in there.
Well, I think. Well, she's. Yeah, I don't know. I think she might. I don't know. Maybe she's opening it.
Well, we're getting her a lot of attention just by talking about it. Jeepers.
I didn't. She should be a sponsor on her
No
show.
kidding. How many pie shakes did you have?
Not as many with the winter winners, but they had a good caramel apple pie shake. I had a blueberry cream cheese pie shake. I mean, the pie shakes we did some damage to them too. But yeah, winter winners kind of threw off our pie shakes. So
coffee truck next to Sheriff's Trailer, convenient for sure. Just missing the donut booth. Love it.
Yeah, next year we're kicking off public health and we're moving the coffee truck even closer to us. And then we're moving public health down the fair a little bit more so we don't have to walk as far to get our winter winners next year. So, no, I all of the businesses and a really neat thing happened at the fair. There's a girl that needs a heart transplant and one of her friends, they sell animals, obviously. They have an animal sale. And the one girl said, I'm going to donate all the funds from my sheep to this girl for her heart transplant. So a business bought it, gave it back. Another business bought it, gave it back. Another business bought it, gave it back. Another business bought it, gave it back. There was like $26,000 for this girl. So then they had a 50-50 raffle that night and gave the girl another $1,000. Well, the fair, Kevin Roschke, who runs a heck of a fair, said, we're really close to $30,000. How can I get it? So he walked up to the carnival people, Spectrum Carnival, and said, man, I'm about $1,400 short. And they're like, we'll give. And the carnival gave to this. And so, so they ended up giving this girl $30,000 to help her with her medical expenses. And I think that was just an awesome story.
Oh, my.
And that started by a kid. A kid started that saying, I want to give my donation, whoever buys my sheep, all that money. These sheep normally go for $1,000, $1,500. And I think this girl, and it went for 20. They ended up giving her over $30,000. Their mom and dad the next day. I mean, that's what it's about, man. It's the little things that can turn into such great things. And and this girl's got to get a heart transplant, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. And it was awesome. So
that is, and obviously, I get emotional easily, and that's incredible.
But that's just a kid making a difference, and that's why, again, I think go back to the president and go back to all this. Just start being nice to friggin' people, and we'd be a lot better off. So let's just go make a difference, and that's what we do in life, and that's what we do, and those are the things that make a big difference. And it all started by a kid. And sometimes we can learn a lot from our kids, and that's why I love the fair so much too. There was 10,000 entries at the fair for the first time ever. And that's adults and kids, 4-H projects, animals, over 10,000 kids, not kids, adults, kids, because you can have multiple entries. Some people put in 4, 5, 6 entries, but there was over 10,000 entries into the fair.
Holy cow.
First time ever. So, but yeah, that's what it's about. So, and Shasta's right. The family lost another daughter a few years ago to a tragic accident. Now another child needs a heart transplant. But they got to see a community behind them. And I think that was pretty special. And for, a lot of people, that Spectrum Carnival, that's a family run business. And some of their employees and everybody's, sometimes digs on carnival people. And they're all regular people just like you and I, and they give back to this community, and they're only here 1 week a year. They don't have to give back to this community, and they decided this community does so much for their business, it's time for them to give back, and that's what Spectrum Carnival does. So I don't think enough people want to hear about that because they're like, oh, they put up these rides and they put them up in one day. That's what they do for a living. They put these rides up. They're safe. They're inspected. They're good people. So I think it's important to see all that.
Oh, hey, there's Kate's Coffee Coop.
Yeah.
Oh, I put it COUP when I wrote it down. I suppose that doesn't make sense. That's like a chicken coop. No, that's a coup. Kate's Coffee Coup. Whoops. Well, I'm glad they commented, so now I know how to spell it.
Yeah, that's right. So, winner, if you guys go there. So, that's the answer.
And yeah, the crime stuff pretty low, and nothing major going on, security and all that?
A few people had a couple things they wanted to say, and that's okay. And no, it was great. It was great fair, huge crowds, great weather, lots of projects.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it was pretty awesome. So can't complain about the fair at all. Lots of hours, and there is a full size cutout of me at the fair, but I didn't order that. It wasn't the hospitals put it on. And that's the other thing. We got 3 hospitals in the county. They all worked together at one booth and gave away 30 bikes one day. We gave away like 200 bike helmets. We did car seat checks. We did all kinds of stuff put on by the hospitals. Each hospital didn't need their own booth. They all shared one booth with the Sheriff's Department, with Barron County Public Health, and we all worked together. There's no reason to have one employee from the one hospital there all day long. So we all shared that booth, and they just shared a space off of our command center. And we gave away first aid kits and reflectors and bike helmets, and we had giveaways for bikes. And then the fair gave away another 30, 25 bikes, and we ended up giving 50 bikes away during the fair. We gave away a couple hundred helmets during the fair. So it's all of this goes into working together. Each hospital didn't need to be there and say, no, this is my space, and I don't want to advertise my hospital. We put all of our logos on one sign. It's cheaper for everybody. That's how you cut costs. That's how you share. Kate was telling me about she's going into this business with another person in this store. So they're going to have 2 stores in one. And that's how you share. Everybody doesn't need their own space. It's, that's how we make a difference in our area.
That's right. I do think great county. Yeah, it is the second best county in Wisconsin. Only to Washburn, but
Yeah. We're gonna have to take over. No, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna.
Hey, speaking of Washburn County, I have an update. The last 2 weeks, I've talked about because I'm on the county board, and there was a thing that we had passed. I voted against it. That was saying that essentially, when you do public comments, people that go in to give public comments, they get their 3 minutes. But now you can only talk basically about agenda items. So you just can't talk about what you want to talk about. And I was 100% against that. But the update was it went back to the county board. So it went through exec and then back to the county board. Enough of people, said not happy. And now wouldn't say it got overturned. It's just now a new resolution. So we've changed the language to be able to say you can now say pretty much whatever you want. So that was a huge win. And it got voted 21-0 in favor. So it's just, I wouldn't say it got overturned. It was just now that is no longer a thing. And it also brought up another topic of maybe we should revisit all of the things that fall under this umbrella. So exec is taking that back up, and all the county board members are going to be able to go to the next exec meeting and basically have a conversation about it. For example, like if you sponsor someone, do you stand up for the 3 minutes? Do you not? It's just all the little things. Now we have a chance to go through all of this stuff. So I say it's a huge victory. It really is. This is something that we absolutely should not have done to begin with, and now we have basically fixed it. And we're going to make it better.
The idea was there, it just needed to be refined, and that's what county boards do, and that's how you make a difference, and that's awesome. That's what it's about. And no one out there is perfect. Not any one county board is perfect. So don't just ask to change, and sometimes change happens, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm meeting with a record service after this meeting, and sometimes there's just not a lot of calls out there. We're not. It's just we can't control private business. And so, sometimes it's just, but maybe there's something I can do to help this person out, and maybe I can't. And sometimes you have to accept no as the answer. And sometimes you say, well, yeah, I can do that. I can help you out doing it that way. Let's change it. And so it's ideas, but at times you have to accept no too. And I think that's important. And just because you stomp your feet doesn't mean it's going to change. And that's what the democratic process is all about. So,
I'm going to stomp my feet. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it. No, I don't accept no. I don't like that. That one is just wrong. So no, I get what you're saying, and you're right. I mean, that literally is the mantra, or the say, our whatever it's called for our show. Or say little things make a big difference. Dude, I'm wearing her T-shirt right now, and it says it at the bottom. Little things make a big difference, and that is where it starts. And everything you've been talking about with the fair, how people are working together. If this is little things, it adds up, and that's why we have all the comments saying what a great county this is and how wonderful it is in our area, because we see this stuff all the time, man.
Right.
So,
yeah, it was awesome. So great fair, good. Glad to make those changes. So what else is on the county board agenda? Anything good?
Well, it won't be for a few weeks. I have an IT meeting tomorrow. Well, so tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'm getting a private tour of the jail. You've already been there in Burnett County. Tracy Finch had asked if I could get a tour of the jail before it opened. I think it's opening like in a week or something, or you wouldn't be able to do tours after like a week or maybe after this week. So I'll be doing that at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm going to take another board supervisor with me just because we're going to have that topic coming up. It's already being discussed, of course, the potential of a new jail in Washburn County. But I'm not going for that, even though that would be probably helpful. I can't say helpful. I don't know because it hasn't come to the full board yet. But, I took a tour of your jail, and I'm going to take one there. I think every board supervisor should probably go around and do that. But so that's 100%. At 7 tomorrow morning, and then I have to hurry up back because I have an IT meeting on the IT committee at 9:30, and we're getting updates on a new website, the Washburn County's website, because we're completely redoing it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we're going to do that. I think North of 8 is the one that is doing that. I think that's it for committee meetings and other meetings this week. This Thursday, it's going to be so fun. I don't know if you heard about this. I feel like that's the start of a joke. I don't know if you heard about this or you read this anywhere, but no, Romaine Quinn. So he comes on. Senator Romaine Quinn comes on the last Thursday of every month. He called yesterday and said, "I may be in D.C." So it looks like we're going to be able to have him on for a show, his normal 8:30 time, but it'll be in Washington D.C. because he's going out to testify on Congressman Tom Tiffany's committee. Because when Tom was on a couple of weeks ago, he had said the Apostle Islands, am I saying that right? Apostle Islands? He wants to turn that into a national park. So Romaine, because that's in his district, is the 25th district senator. He's going to go and testify why this is a good thing. So I asked him, I'm like, so why is this a good thing? I mean, like, actually, why? Is it just something you can check off? Like, yeah, we have one in Wisconsin, because apparently Wisconsin doesn't even have a national park anywhere. He says, no, I have, and he read me some of his speech that he's going to, in his testimony. And he said that within a 60-mile radius, if I'm getting the numbers right, he had said within a 60-mile radius of a park becoming a national park, tourism increases 14%. I believe that's what the numbers he told me. I never thought about that. Like the impact just on tourism. Like who goes to national parks and goes, oh, you'd be surprised. I'm like, I am surprised.
I mean, no, I don't.
Right. Parks. It's like, oh, national park. Now I'll go. Like I wasn't before. I didn't care about it before, but now it's a national park. I'll go. But apparently that's a thing. Huh. So anyway, he'll be on Thursday. He'll finish his testimony on Wednesday. I think he leaves today. Then testimony's tomorrow. Then he leaves Thursday at like noon. So we'll have him on to talk about it. So I can't wait for that. How fun is that going to be?
Yeah, maybe he should do it live in front of the White House or something.
Yeah, no kidding. Come on, dude. He's probably going to be in his hotel or something. I don't know.
Hope he's got a view in the background or something.
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah, so no, I got a busy week coming up. Also this week I have to run down to, what's that sign company in Cumberland? Woodlands. They made our banner sign, Dryden Wire banner sign for our golf outing, which is in a week from tomorrow. Spooner Health golf outing. So they made a sign so we can put that up. Can't wait for that. Hopefully it rains because I don't want to golf this year.
It won't rain. We're golfing.
I know. It'll be fun. So, no, I got a busy week. What about you?
I got nothing spectacular. I got a couple meetings and nothing out of the ordinary. So the donut run was fantastic. Huge turnout. 238 runners. Thank you for all the runners. That was awesome. We gave back $3,000 to the Shop with the Cop program.
Wow.
So again, that's just the fair giving back, and you can see all the good that happens at the fair and all the smiles at the fair. And it was a joy to be out there for 5 days. It's a long 5 days. But
it's your favorite time of year. You say it every year. It's your favorite time.
Everybody was such in a good mood. It was just, there was zero issues and everybody was happy. Even the people that got blocked in were like, I'm blocked in, but no. And I'm like, they had stuff to do, and they were, we tried to page them and give them time, but it all worked out. So, and again, it was awesome.
I was talking to Dave Wilson, former Shelley police chief, and he's the vice chair on the county board, one of my closest friends. I was talking to him just yesterday. And I said, so now that you're retired, because he does stuff like canoes, like he'll just transport people, just something to keep busy and whatever. Do you miss the job at all? And he goes, I did it first, but now not. But here's the interesting thing. Now I go, so it reminds me of you talking about the fair, and just the atmosphere just creates positivity all around. So now, like, I'm transporting people who want to, like, go to down the river, and, I'm helping with their canoes and their paddleboard or whatever. He said, just different. Like, I'm used, like, 95% of the people I interact with before were upset. Now it's 95% are happy. He goes, It's just weird after 30 years in law enforcement or whatever it was. It's just a completely different feeling. So
yeah, it's an amazing feeling when there's something good, and again, that's why I make our people go out there, and I talked about that last week, because there's so much positivity. Boom. Yeah. So Ron he does all of our squad cars. Ron's
that's who
guy.
it was.
He does a lot in the community too. So it'll be good.
All right. So Dirk, our official weatherman, has a forecast: smoke and clouds with a few showers and storms today in the evening. What do you mean smoke? And is that like the fires in Canada, I'm assuming, again, or something?
They're still burning. Isn't
still
that
since last year?
Yeah.
Oh, you're laughing, so I'm assuming that's a no.
I don't have any
put it out already. Good Lord. Jesus loves me.
We'll give you some snow this winter.
Sheesh. The rest of the week, lots of sunshine. Highs start off cool, but warm from the 70s, the 80s by Friday, and middle 80s over the weekend. Warm and muggy is a good way to sum up the week's end and weekend. Okay, warm and muggy, that's not bad. It's all right. And
it's going to be a nice weekend. We'll be on the lakes, out on patrol, making sure everybody has a good, safe weekend. Nothing going on in Barron County this weekend. So I just met with our rec team this morning, and we'll be out on the lakes and the trails, making sure everybody's safe.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for the show.
Yeah, Ben. That was awesome.
All right. Thanks, everyone. For Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald, I'm Ben Dryden, and you've been watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With 20 years of experience, his locally owned and operated business provides quality work both on the inside and on the outside of your home or business. Give them a call today, see what they can do for you. The number's right there on the screen, 715-520-2271. We'll see you all right back here next week for another exciting episode of Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy. So until then, thank you for watching, and as always, have a blessed day.